familiar territory, and still fresh in his mind Manchester United's defeat here last March, which effectively halted United's challenge for the championship. His lineup wasn't finalised until lunchtime today, with Gordon Strachan passing a morning fitness test. Kevin Moran from injury and Jesper Olsen from World Cup duty with Denmark are also back, and Alan Brazil is preferred to Norman Whiteside, who's the substitute. Cyril Regis returns after suspension for his 300th first-team appearance for Albion. Johnny Giles is building this side around his two midfield signings, Steve Hunt and Tony Grealish, but he's also allowing two stalwarts of the Atkinson era to reconstruct their first-team careers, goalkeeper Tony Godden and defender Alistair Robertson. Referee Trevor Spencer from Salisbury is in his last season on the Football League list. He's 47 now. And Manchester United kick off, putting their unbeaten record on the line against opposition who traditionally rise to the occasion against them. And Jesper Olsen almost creating an early opening for Alan Brazil, who's been on the winning side here with Ipswich and with Tottenham. He's looking for an unusual hat-trick today. Arthur Albiston with the throw. Albion have gone 5 games without a victory. And Hughes had come back from an offside position. And the linesman was flagging. The referee was a little late in seeing it. And although Strachan thinks he's got a corner, finally the two officials agree. And it is a free kick for offside against Hughes. Morley. Now Duxbury. Fell between two stools. Mackenzie. So clever header down from Hogg. Sensibly guided for Olsen. Now what can Brazil manage here? A stinging shot that Godden couldn't hold. And the goalkeeper was fortunate that there was no one following in. Just off his chest, almost outside the area. Brazil anxious to make things happen. And Godden couldn't hang on. The sheer pace of the game at the moment is rather inhibiting its flow. Brazil. Whitehead. There's even an extra competitive edge to this First Division match, with so many interwoven stories, players playing against their old club, both managers with connections with the opposition. Moses. Brazil this time was not offside. Moses was impeded by Hunt. Free kick to Manchester United. "25 minutes played. Perhaps within Robson's range for a direct shot. And it's deflected. But Robson accepts the congratulations. Manchester United are in front. And Brian Robson bites the hands that used to feed him. It seemed to take a touch on the way through, and Godden was helpless. Moses. Well, it's looking awkward in the middle of the field for Albion at the moment, and you must give credit to Manchester United in that department for that. You can only play as well as you're allowed to do. And it's Grealish who gives it away again, straight to Hogg. Olsen. Presented to Thompson by Albiston, who tried to retrieve the error. The whistle had gone. Thompson halted when he was in full cry. To be fair to the referee, he had virtually lost possession, and United stopped on the whistle. Thompson again, and then Regis, brought away by Brazil. 4 players forward for Manchester United. Strachan is one. Now Albiston has just given Albion a chance to regroup. Strachan and Olsen. Brazil in the middle. And Hughes by the goalkeeper. Albion struggling again defensively in the face of Jesper Olsen. Godden got a hand to a ball played into that area that defenders don't like, but Hughes couldn't fasten onto the rebound. John Giles just beyond Nobby Stiles, and then Norman Hunter beyond him, a formidable trio of ex-players guiding West Bromwich Albion these days. Regis. Now, can he manufacture something against Hogg here? Or Hunt? And Thompson is offside. The linesman's flagging. The crowd don't realise it. Thompson doesn't realise it. The goal is not given. Thompson came in. That's definitely his strong point. He thought he'd scored, but the flag went up straight away. United still have their lead. Bailey's goal is still intact. But maybe a moment of encouragement to not only help the supporters here to find their voices to encourage the home side, but to increase the self-belief amongst the Albion players as well. Thompson's disallowed goal was 8 minutes from half-time, and Morley, is that a penalty? Mike Duxbury, a penalty it is, against Duxbury. Morley had got behind him. It was a desperate situation for the Manchester United right-back, and he took desperate measures. I think Morley, before he got the ball, so Thompson this time from the spot. 1-1. And for Gary Thompson, a 6th goal this season in 8 First Division games. Delivered by Thompson right into the bottom corner with the inside of the foot. And West Bromwich Albion a level through their top scorer. Strachan, Brazil in that distinctive style of his, checking out onto his left-hand side to make space. He does it well. But he's had to wait for support, which arrived from Albiston. Olsen. Godden committing himself to the dive. Jesper Olsen, 2 years ago this month, really made his name with a remarkable solo goal against England in Copenhagen. And he was looking for goals again here. Regis now, can he get the ball under control and set off on one of those strong, bustling runs? Tried to change the point of attack towards Morley. It seems sensible enough in the way that Morley has come into the game in the second part of this first half. The Albion players drawn towards the man in possession, who was Brazil, and they neglected Albiston. Robson. Regis won it, lost his balance, and then lost the ball to Robson. Now Strachan. And Olsen is onside. Brazil going to the near post, and Robson! Well, you'd have put a lot of money on Brian Robson scoring then. It's his stock in trade. And all credit to Jesper Olsen, who provided the perfect service for Robson, but he side-footed it, looking to place it, and placed it wide. Olsen. And there is the half-time whistle. Manchester United had taken the lead with Brian Robson's free kick. Robson with a slight hamstring injury that Manchester United had been trying to keep secret, but his lead was cut back by Gary Thompson's penalty after Tony Morley had been brought down. So half-time at the Hawthorns, it's West Bromwich Albion 1, Manchester United 1. And some particularly interested spectators here this afternoon, the pupils from the FA School of Excellence at Lilleshall. West Bromwich Albion start the second half with their substitute Nicky Cross on, and it's Alistair Robertson who is off the field and watching from the second half from the bench. Albion with this proud record of 7 wins out of the last 8 First Division meetings between these two clubs at the Hawthorns. Regis. Cross's header. Robson. Now Strachan. And the referee playing a part in helping United keep possession unwittingly. Crowd wanted handball against Strachan. The referee didn't see it that way. Robson. Brazil ahead of him. And now Olsen looked to curve it, and so unlucky. A flash of magic from a thrilling player. He looked up and saw Godden off his line, chipped it over the goalkeeper, it came out off the bar. Olsen reflects on how close he came. Hogg beaten on the near post by Bennett, planted back by Olsen. Booted out by Regis. Strachan. Olsen running into Cross. That will certainly help his confidence as a makeshift fullback to take the ball from Jesper Olsen. Here's Statham. He can hardly be switched to play right back either. Another very left-sided player. Grealish. Hughes, and he may have put Alan Brazil in here. Brazil waiting his moment to take the strike at goal. Wasn't going to rush it, but Tony Godden denied him with a splendid save in a 1-against-1 situation. Albion's reorganisation at the back rather shown up then, allowing Brazil to go on. but Godden to the rescue for them. Duxbury. Brazil. And Hughes. Has he got behind Bennett here? He has. And Tony Godden once. Now, as he brought down Olsen, was it in the area? No doubt in the referee's mind that it was a foul. And it seems as though he's given Manchester United a penalty. Godden blocked from Hughes. And it looked as though the contact may well have started outside the area. Tony Godden played in every game under Ron Atkinson's management. And Atkinson was in charge here. But now he stands between Manchester United in their attempt to regain the lead. Gordon Strachan is certainly finding penalties coming his way in his move south. This will be his fourth for Manchester United. He scored from the other three. He scores again. 21 minutes into the second half. Certainly a controversial penalty. United's travelling support celebrate. Strachan, unabashed by the controversy, stayed calm. Hogg has got himself into problems here. Thompson and Morley. So close. Tony Morley looking for a personal landmark. He's on 49 league goals in his career. And it's shaved the post, with Bailey looking on with great apprehension. Back from Statham, for Godden to send it long. We're into the time that the referee wants to add on. Hughes. Kenzie safely back to the goalkeeper. Albion wanted at the other end. Orbiston. It's been a controlled performance from Manchester United, particularly in the second half. And no one can dispute the right to what is a rare victory at the Hawthorns for them. Pleasure for Ron Atkinson. But I think West Bromwich Albion will contest the final manner of the victory, with Tony Godden conceding a penalty when he may have just gone outside the area. But Manchester United have the points, and maybe that's the barometer of their championship chances on a ground where it's always been difficult for them. They win at the Hawthorns.
Satisfying, but I think the performance was more satisfying. That is, the second half particularly is as good as the Manchester United side has played since I've been at the club. I thought we were absolutely marvellous second half. Brilliant.
But Albion are lamenting about the way they lost the penalty incident involving Tony Godden and Jesper Olsen. What was your view of it?
Yeah, well, having looked at it on the replay, to be fair, some of our lads said they felt it was outside the box. But here Sparky goes through. As it comes out, as it cannons off Tony, little Jasper's making ground very, very quickly, I might add. Now, to be fair, as soon as he goes onto it, I don't think...